What I'm about to share with you has the power to change your entire reality. Whatever patterns you are stuck in, whatever you are struggling to manifest, this changes absolutely everything. Because you can actually outsmart your own brain and sort of rearrange your reality to be exactly the way you want it to be. The honest truth is that your brain lies to you. The brain that you trust to tell you the truth about your life is actually feeding you a story that isn't even real. And the wildest part is that your brain does it on purpose. It's not broken when it does this. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do. But here's the problem. That looping negative thought that runs in the background of your day, that one that says, it won't work, or you're behind, or that's just how life is for you. That underlying thought is quietly running your entire reality. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to change it once and for all. Because once you understand how to interrupt that loop and distract your brain, your entire reality will change. So let me explain how this all works. But really quickly, if you're new here, I'm Mary Kate and I'm a mindset coach and transformation expert focused on getting you real results. My whole channel is all about manifesting the law of attraction with meditations and more, where I give you the tools you need to get the results you want. I post brand new videos every single Wednesday, so be sure to subscribe and also hit that bell notification so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. And before we get into the video, go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button down below if you are ready to learn how to outsmart your own brain and change your reality. So let's get into how this actually works. So first, let me explain to you what I mean by how your brain lies to you in the first place. Because once you understand this, you'll stop taking your negative thoughts so personally. You'll give yourself more of a break. So your brain has one main job, which is to keep you alive. That's it. It's not designed to make you happy. It's not designed to make you rich. It's not even designed to make you feel good. It's designed to keep you safe and keep you alive. And in order to do that job, your brain is constantly scanning for danger. This is called negativity bias, and it's very well documented in neuroscience. Your brain is wired to pay more attention to threats than to good things. And that's because thousands of years ago, that's what kept humans alive. There were dangerous animals chasing us down and so many survival situations that required this bias. And then we basically became the descendants of these worriers, these chronic worriers. And we inherited these brains that are constantly looking for what could go wrong. It's just how we're wired. And here's the thing, that wiring hasn't updated. And today you're generally not running away from predators anymore. But still, your brain is scanning for threats all day long. Except now the threats, instead of lions, are things like, what if I run out of money? What if this decision doesn't work out? What if I'm not good enough? What if this happens or this happens? So that looping negative thought isn't actually the truth. It's just your brain doing its ancient job of trying to protect you. It's kind of like a smoke detector going off when there's no actual fire. Does that make sense? So when that negative thought loops, I want you to stop believing that it's some deep truth or meaning about your life, because it's not. It's just a survival mechanism that got a little overactive. And the best part is that once you can see it for what it is, you can actually start to outsmart it. And here's how this loop actually works and why it's so kind of sneaky. So a negative thought pops up, you believe it. Believing it creates a feeling. And that feeling determines how you act for the rest of the day. And then how you act actually creates results that confirm the original thought. It's kind of like this loop that never ends. And then your brain goes, see, look, I told you. And then that loop strengthens and tightens and it forms a neural pathway. And let me just give you a quick example. Let's say you wake up and the first thought that shows up is, ugh, I don't have enough money, or money is hard. And then you believe it. And that creates this feeling of tightness and stress and lack. And from that feeling, you move through your day kind of defensively and on guard. You don't take certain opportunities. You don't make certain choices or decisions. You don't believe that good things are coming or that money is coming, so you don't act like they are. And at the end of the day, nothing good happened with money. You didn't operate from having money. You operated from the lack of it. And then your brain says, see, you were right. You do struggle with money. You don't have enough money. But if you actually look at what happened there, the thought didn't describe your reality. The thought created your reality. You believed it, and then you lived it into your existence. That's the loop right there. That's the power right there. And almost every single person is stuck in some version of it without even realizing it. Because this loop runs in the background. It's automatic, and unless you're paying attention, you'll miss it. It's this worn-in neural pathway that fires without you even consciously choosing it. So the question becomes, how do you change it? How do you break this loop? And this is where it gets really fun and it gets really good. You don't break the loop by trying to think positive. And I truly hate that point of view of always trying to be positive, because we are human beings with emotions, and it's doing you a disservice to try and fight your natural feelings, that you always have to be positive. Always trying to force positivity isn't going to make a difference in your life. I want to be really, really clear about that, because so many people just try to kind of slap a positive affirmation on top of this deep-rooted negative belief or feeling, and it doesn't work that way. You can't lie to yourself that way. You can say, I am rich 1,000 times, but if underneath it your brain is screaming, no, you're not, you've just created this direct conflict and you get nowhere. It's like hitting the gas and the brake at the same time. You not only go nowhere, but then you just burn out and it'll probably break down. I'm not a mechanic, but it doesn't seem very good to do. So we're not going to fight the thought, we're going to outsmart it. And here is exactly what you're going to do. It is so simple, but so unbelievably powerful. So the moment you catch that looping negative thought, you're gonna do 3 quick things. First, you name it. Second, you question it. Third, you replace it with something believable. So let me walk you through each one. So step 1, name it. The moment the thought shows up, label it. You can say, oh, that's just my brain trying to protect me. That's the old pattern firing. This isn't actually the truth. And this right here does something really important in your brain. When you name an emotion or a thought, you actually engage a more kind of rational thinking part of your brain. There's actual research that shows simply putting feelings into words can actually reduce their intensity. You can name it to tame it. So when you name this thought, you immediately start to take away some of its power. You go from being inside the thought to then looking at the thought. And that little bit of distance is everything. Because you can't change a thought that you're trapped inside of, but you can change one that you're observing. So step 2 is to question it. Once you named it, I want you to ask the simple question, is this actually true, or is this just a habit? A habitual thought I've had over and over again. And I would say 9 times out of 10, when you really, really look at it, you'll see that it's just a repeated habit. It's just an old thought that you've probably thought 10,000 or 10 million times, and you've started to believe it. And you can also ask, is this helping me or is this hurting me? Because here's a really freeing realization. A thought doesn't have to be true for you to drop it. It just has to be unhelpful. You're allowed to put down a thought that isn't serving you. Even if there's some part of you that still believes it, you can put it down. You don't owe that thought your loyalty because you've thought it for so long. And step 3 is to replace it with something believable. And I would say this is the part that most people get wrong, so listen up. Because you don't jump from I'm broke to I'm a millionaire, because your brain is not going to buy it and that conflict kind of shuts it down. Instead, you are going to go from where you are and reach for the next believable thought. Something like, I've manifested money before, or I've had money before, so I can do it again. Or maybe even, just because it's been this way doesn't mean it has to stay this way. There is so much power in that, and these are believable, and your brain can accept them, which means you can actually get results. And every time your brain starts to accept this, you weaken the old pattern a bit more and a bit more, kind of chipping away at it. So the full move is to name it, question it, replace it. You catch the lie, expose the lie, and offer your brain something better, something more useful to actually get the results you want. And here's why this works on a deeper level. Every time you run that old negative loop, you strengthen that neural pathway. It's kind of like if you were to walk the same path through a field over and over again, eventually they become this kind of deep, worn trail. And eventually when you're walking, your feet will just go there automatically. It's just worn out. But every time you interrupt that thought loop and choose a new thought, you start carving a new path. And at first it might feel hard or difficult because this new path might just be grass. The old trail is much easier to walk, but this is just something new. It's something different. But here's the beautiful thing about your brain. It physically changes based on what you repeat. This is the whole premise behind neuroplasticity. Your brain is not fixed, it's not stuck. It's rewiring itself constantly based on which thoughts you choose and entertain over and over again. And every single time you interrupt the stuff that isn't useful, you're not just having a nicer moment, you are physically rewiring your brain. You're wearing down the old trail and building a new one. And eventually that new thought becomes the automatic one. That right there is when everything changes. Because remember the loop? The thought creates the feeling drives the action creates the result. So when you change the thought at the very start of the chain, you change everything else downstream. A new thought creates a new feeling creates new actions create new results. And then your brain starts collecting evidence for the new belief instead of the old one. The loop reverses. It starts working for you instead of against you. This right here is what I mean when I say that reality has to change. Because your reality has always been responding to what's happening inside your mind. It was responding to the old loop. So when you change the loop, the thing your reality responds to changes too. It has no choice but to follow. And I want to give you kind of one more layer to really make this stick. But first, I want you to go ahead and download this free Lucky Syndrome Affirmation deck because it works to rewire your mind in just seconds per day. You simply pick a card, commit to that affirmation for the day, and just watch how everything shifts. So I'm gonna go ahead and link it up here, and I'll also link it down below. It is totally free. Make sure you grab that. And the second thing that will really help to lock this in is I want you to catch the loop at the same time every day because it actually tends to have its favorite moments. For a lot of people, this is first thing in the morning. Before you're even really fully awake yet, that's when the old programming is loudest because your conscious rational mind really isn't kind of kicked on yet. So the moment you wake up, before you grab your phone, before you go do anything, that right there is a really ideal window. I want you to catch the first negative thought of the day and run the technique. Name it, question it, replace it. Because the thought you start your day with sets the tone for everything that follows. Do you realize how much power you actually have? So if you interrupt it at the start, you've changed the entire trajectory of your day before it even began. That one habit right there, done consistently, will change your life, and that is not an exaggeration. The people who master this don't have fewer negative thoughts than everyone else. They just chose to stop believing them. That's the whole difference. They learned that the thought is not the boss of them. They are the boss of the thought. And really quickly, I want to address one more thing because I know some of you are sitting there thinking right now, well, my bank account really is low, or I do really have a bill that's due, or the situation I'm in is really hard. And I hear you. I'm not discrediting what's happening in your current reality. And I'm not telling you your current circumstances aren't real. What I'm telling you is that your circumstances are not the same thing as your story about your circumstances. So let me explain the difference because this is everything. The circumstance is just a fact. The number in the account is just a number. It's neutral. It has no meaning until you give it one. But the story is what your brain adds on top of it, kind of like an unnecessary chiming in. The story is, this number means I'll always struggle, or this number means I'm a failure, or this number is stressful, or this number means it never works out for me. Is it a fact? No. That's the part that your brain little lies to you and tells you that it's on top of that. And here's the trap you fall into. Your brain points at the circumstance as proof that the story it told you is true. It says, look at that number. See, I'm right. Here's what it means. But the number isn't proof of the story. The number is just a number. The story is a choice. What it means is a choice. Because two people can look at the exact same number in a bank account and have two completely different opinions. One spirals into hopelessness and shuts down and lets it have this big meaning. And the other looks at it and says, okay, this is temporary. This is where I'm at, but here's where I'm going. Same number, completely different story, completely different outcomes. The two of them will end up in two completely different realities because one person will act from hopelessness, the other will act from possibility. And those two states create completely different futures. So when your brain points at certain circumstances and says, see, the negative thought is true, you can now answer it. You can say, that's just a number, and I get to decide what that means. That single move takes back your power and gives you the power to create what you do want. Because the circumstance was never running your life, your story about it was. And the story is the one thing that you can actually control. And when the thought changes, the feeling changes, and the actions change, and your entire reality has no choice but to change with it. It starts with you. And if you want to go deeper on clearing these old beliefs, specifically about money, I'm going to go ahead and leave a link to my money mindset workbook. I'll link that up here, and I'll also link it in the description box below. But tens of thousands of people have gone through this free workbook with amazing breakthrough results. I get emails every single day. It has so many experiments and journal prompts and exercises to really clear decades worth of blocks around money. And it's honestly the next perfect step after this video. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. You can also find me over on Instagram and TikTok and Threads at MK Magic Mindset. And if you want to learn more about me, my programs, how to work with me, and more, you can visit my website at mkmagicmindset.com, and I will see you in the next one.